Non, ça sert à rien.
Hello, guys. Welcome. Hello, everybody. My name is Coach Jeanine, and I'm very glad to be here today again for Empower You TV today. I welcome everybody. Please just join us tonight, this afternoon. And I have a very special guest for today that we're going to be talking about her journey into leadership, and also she has many hats. She's an entrepreneur, so I would definitely want you guys to join us and invite your friends and your family members so they can be able to get the nuggets that we always have, that I always bring the experts so they can be able to give you some tools and strategy to be able to empower you every day. So thank you guys. Welcome, Coach Tosin. How are you today?
Hello, hi Jenny, hi Coach Jenny. I'm doing amazing, and I wanted
Awesome.
to say thank you for inviting me. And it's so awesome what you're doing to help other women and stuff. It's amazing. Good job. Well
Oh,
done.
thank you. Thank you to you. And I just was talking to a friend of mine, and she mentioned, how you definitely, making a great stuff. And so why not? We was to say she need to come and really teach us and empower us today. So, with no, with not really waiting that much long, I'm just gonna ask you a few things that you can be able to answer for us, so our viewer they can get to know you and make sure that they can be able to ask the question, so you can be able to be able to answer and be able to give them ways they can be able to listen to you more, and how they can be able to get involved also with you. So tell us, how did you start your journey as an entrepreneur, and also just tell us a little bit about you briefly.
Okay, so originally my family's from Nigeria, so I'm 100% Nigeria from my father and my mother.
Mhm.
But I've been to Nigeria like two times, like just twice. Um,
Yes.
I was just born in France, and then my family was living in the Ivory Coast. Actually, my mother came here because she was working. She's still a businesswoman though, although she's also a pastor. And then
Mhm.
they told her that it was better for her to stay and give birth to me here in France before going back. So she gave
Mhm.
birth and then she went back. So I left in Ivory Coast until I was 12 years old. Then I came to France, and that's where life began. I had some struggles because I had to live in people's house and I wasn't used to all the different things we have over here. And I kind of had to fight kind of early and find my first job. I think I was 16 when I got it. And then I really knew in my heart that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And as time was going on, I also realized that I had a coaching part of me. Like I like to take people from somewhere and take them to
Yes.
another way, another place,
Mhm.
and really help them to progress. Since I was a child, I will always find ideas to buy stuff or create stuff and sell them. And my mom was like, "You are really an entrepreneur." I didn't understand it at the time, but today it's obvious because when I'm doing business or when I'm coaching, I feel alive. So I came to France when I was 12, and then I had multiple small jobs. Like everybody as a student, you could be a nanny, or I work as an assistant, a hostess, and I was going to school and also working. But I preferred working than what I was studying in school. So I really invest myself in my work, and that's how I became better. And I kind of started to understand how important it was for you to challenge yourself, to fix
Right.
yourself goals, and fight
Mhm.
to reach those goals. And then I started to work on that and I realized that, hey, this works. So nothing is impossible if I want to be a better version of myself. I just need to decide, okay, find a plan, because you don't just fix yourself goals and do nothing. And from
Right.
the moment it's realistic, like it's something, it could be a big dream. I always tell people, you dream as big as you can, but be ready to start small. And never complain about a situation in your life you have no plan to change.
That's a
It's
good
too.
one. That's a very good, yeah. Guys, are you listening? And if you're joining us, thank you so much, Vincent, and for me and everybody else. Thank you for joining us. But definitely, that's a very good point that you said. Never complain for something that you cannot change. Guys, are you listening? This is a very good nugget. So I hope you're taking notes, and I hope you're inviting many, many people to come and listen to us, while we're talking with Coach Tosin. Yes, go ahead. Continue.
So I started to realize that I didn't like the life I had. Like, I was like, there's more to my life. And
Mm,
okay, I have a salary. Okay, I'm okay, but there's more than this to life. And
right.
I started to realize that if I want to be a great coach, I can really take people to places I've never been.
That's right.
So if I'm telling them you could do anything, everything is possible, etc., and my own life is not a reflection of that, something is wrong here. So I really decided to spend more time on becoming the woman that I believe that I
Mm-hmm.
could. First, because I really felt in my heart that that was the person I was supposed to be, but also looking at all those people, those students, and those people I was coaching, looking up to me, waiting to see if what I'm saying is really real, and they can only see it through my own personal accomplishment too.
That's right.
So
So Coach Tosin, yeah, let me just add that because that's very important stuff. You want to really to show people the process and be able, because you cannot just continue to supporting them a while. So you have to go through so you can be able to make sure that they understand the process. And while they're understanding, you also help them through their own journey, as a coach.
yep. I think that it's always easier to believe when you see.
Right.
Not it doesn't always have to be you making it
Mhm.
happen, but when you see someone else's life that you knew going from here to here, you're like, hey, maybe I can do it too, you know? And
That's
this
right.
is the kind, this is what we call inspire people.
Yes.
And so I started working on this journey. I was just self-employed since 2016 and 2000 as from the moment the pandemic started, I started on Instagram with the confinement English challenge. And I had a
Good.
lot of people come in. I was teaching people English using songs and using motivationals and stuff. And because I was already a teacher, an English teacher, and also a coach, I was wondering, do I become a coach or do I become a teacher? And I really felt in my heart I could do both. So this is how YEP was born, because YEP is your English perfected,
Oh,
but
okay. Okay.
also YEP, from YEP you can, nothing is impossible, personal growth, motivational stuff, because those are the two things that I know how to do and I love to do too.
Wow, that's amazing. That's a lot of, I can even tell the passion that you definitely showing to your student and your client. And that's a very unique thing that you did, like to be able to be a teacher and a coach. I mean, I know a lot of teachers and a lot of coaches, but I don't know a lot of coaches and teachers. You almost have almost the same journey than me, because I also studied in education and then I continue to be a coach. That's amazing. Now, Coach Tosin, can you talk to us more about your journey in your mindset? Because I know that in everything we start with a mindset. So can you just walk us through about some of the things that you had to prepare yourself to be able to when you had the click, and then and you can be able to walk us through.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, this is so important. Your life is a reflection of what is happening inside.
Mm-hmm.
So before, first, okay, let's say I was a nanny. Okay, that was the first job I did.
Mm-hmm.
Before I became an assistant, I had to be an assistant in my head
That's
first.
right. Mm-hmm.
Believe that I'm worth it. Like, this position is something I can handle. It's made for me.
That's
And the
right.
more I believed it, the more I wanted to have it. The more it was inside of me, the more it was. I really believe it's only a question of time when you already see yourself being that person in the inside. Okay, on the inside, it's only a matter of time before it starts to shows up on the outside. So every time you want to become a better version of yourself, you want to reach that goals, you really have to work on your mindset. You
Mm-hmm.
can't have it. It's weird, but for real, you can have a 1,000 lifestyle and mentality and think that
Yeah.
you can earn a 10,000
That's right.
per
You
month
cannot.
earning or lifestyle. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
You first become that person in your head, in the way
Yes.
you react, in your daily habits, in what sacrifice or price you're ready to pay. And
Mm.
then that life you want to have is going to come. So changing my mindset has become something that I realize I have to do that I have
Mm,
done a lot, and I have to do a lot, because
mm,
from being an assistant to being a coach to being a teacher to being just self-employed to managing a company with 13 people, you
right.
always have to change who you are, what you do, your relationship with the people around you. So this
Mhm.
has been something that has been continuous. And I always make sure I take a little bit of time to wonder and to kind of analyze my life to see if I'm really at the right place with the right mentality and the right identity, so I
Mhm.
can reach the new height I'd love to reach.
Wow, that's amazing. That's really good. That I hope you guys are taking notes about, your mindset, how, Coach Tosin, she just shared about how she came about and really ongoing. So we keep doing it. And that's, I always say that to everybody who, talk to me about coaching. It's ongoing. I'm a student for life, for me. Like I always learn every day. I push myself every single day to learn. So another thing too, what are some of the personal sacrifice that you had to do? I'm sure sleep, you are sleeping less, doing this and that. So, you can be able to share that too. What are some of the personal sacrifices that you did?
Okay, maybe I should kind of, I don't want this to be too long,
That's
but I'll
okay.
try to
Just a few
explain.
minutes.
Yeah, okay. So I would say I'm going to talk about me becoming a company, like
Sure.
going from
Yes.
self-employed
Mm-hmm.
to a company. Because first, when I started as self-employed, it was hard for me to find hours. But after a certain time, clients know you, they like your work, and then I would find myself with too many hours to cover just by myself. And I really felt like I was at a place where I'm done with just being the one teaching. I
Right.
want to coach other coaches. So I started, as we were talking about it, like think and have the mentality like I'm a CEO. I'm a CEO.
Right.
Then I thought that because I had too many hours, I could just find someone and tell that person, please go teach for me. And I give that person a part of my salary and I take the rest. It didn't really happen like that, because after that person took that position, she looked at me in the eyes and she's like, how come we're doing exactly the same job and you're earning more money on me? So at the end of the day, she took the contract just like I had. And that was
Wow.
so painful.
It
And
is.
it created a lot of insecurity in me, because I was like, I can't be a CEO. Being self employed is the highest. I
Right.
had this mentality, but I also had that thing inside of me telling me there's more. Learn
Mm-hmm.
from that mistake. So then, after a few months, or I think even a year, it was still burning in me to have my own company. So I decided that this time I'm not just going to give people positions that people are giving to me. I'm going to create my own curriculum, my own
Yes.
program, my
That's right.
own system, so that
Mm-hmm.
whoever comes
Yes.
understands that a work has already been done and they're
Yes.
here just to help out. So I wanted to do that, but I didn't have time. Like, I was involved in what I'm doing in church. I was self-employed. So when you're a teacher, it's not just about the hours while you're teaching. You have a lot of work, personal work you have to do at home, uh,
Right.
writing copies, making researches, preparing the classes, because I wanted to make it as fun and
Mm-hmm.
accurate as possible and stuff. And so I
Yes.
was like, how in the world am I going to do that? And then February last year, the pandemic hit. I
Right.
was like, this is the opportunity you were looking for, because a lot of activities I had to do before I couldn't do anymore because we were in this pandemic situation. So that's when I really took that time to work and create my own curriculum, my videos, long hours. I mean, some people say it's good to have, like, to separate hobbies or personal time with work. Like when you're self-employed or when you're at the beginning of a small business, this is something you can't even consider. So it was a lot of work.
Yes.
I had to believe in myself. There was sometimes I was working and I was creating, because I use a lot of videos. While I was creating those videos, thoughts would come to me like, who is going to pay for this? why are you wasting all this time and energy on this? But I was like, this is going to go somewhere and I don't care.
Mhm.
I started, I'm going to go up till the end.
Absolutely.
And when I finished my curriculum, I was so proud of myself because I had started already the Confinement English Challenge for a few months now. And people were asking me, how much do you sell at courses? I was like, please be patient. My product is going to come out. And
Yeah.
then the day I was expecting the grand opening, I was like, I wasn't expecting to have 50 people, but I was like, I'm probably going to have about 10 clients and stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I do the grand opening, 15 minutes, nobody. 20 minutes, no one. 25, one person.
Yes.
And I think, and I was so discouraged because I ended up having two people that were present and another third person that was coming in and out. It was just like that person was a little bored. I couldn't wait to finish and close the meeting. And
Mm.
I felt so discouraged. And I was like, qui t'a envoyé même? Who told you to do that? And then I thought about all the money I invested, all the
Yeah.
time I invested,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
things I did. And during, as a coach, the summer period when you're teaching is the worst because that's when you have the less clients. That's not when people want to learn stuff most of the time.
Mm.
And I
But
was working with La Sorbonne and schools and
right. But I'm glad you mentioned that because uh, the mindset definitely you could be really discouraged. But I'm glad that you did not cancel that because to me, as a coach, a lot of people they don't know what we do behind the scene. So I'm glad that you really share with us because having one or two people. I mean, to me, yeah, that's another thing. And then our mindset, how you start to say, why did you even spend all this time and money and energy? Because that's what with our conscience. And sometimes you need to shut that down because if you don't pay attention, they can be able to really like take over like those negative thoughts. So I'm glad that you talked about that because a lot of people they don't know what goes beyond the scene, all the hard work that we put in. And then one person, I have so many friends, and personally too, I've done a lot of events where you just people just came. First of all, they came late, and second of all, sometimes they even show like two people or three people. But to me, that's where I goes back. I said, why did you start this in the first place? You just have to remind you why did you start in the first place, and just keep going. So I'm glad you did not cancel this. I'm glad you shared that with us.
I think there are two thoughts that comes to me. It's like a verb, coming a proverb from the Bible that says
Yeah,
that he
that's
who
right.
reduces the
Yeah.
amount of effort he's putting into a work is the brother of a destroyer.
Mm-hmm.
So every time you start something and you
Right.
start in the process, you're destroying everything you started. And I didn't want to destroy what I started.
Absolutely.
And I really personally believe that you never lose. I mean, the only failure you have is because you decided to give up. Because even if you fail today, this is just showing you pointing out what you're supposed to perfect. And if you
Mm-hmm.
continue and you continue perfecting yourself, you will win. You will get that degree, you will get that contract, you will become that teacher, whatever you want to be. So, failure is only a result of you giving up. If you fail, it just means that it's not over yet. You just
That's
have a
right.
little bit more
Yeah.
work you have to go
Mm-hmm.
through. And
You just have to keep push. Yeah.
in that July, I felt like I had given so much into this project
Mm-hmm.
that I couldn't just give up like this. And
That's
I didn't
right.
have any choice. Like I didn't have any option. All the contracts I used to have, I just forgot about those and focused on my project. So I'm like, where are my options? I don't have any other. Now I have to say it wasn't easy. I think that July I was a little depressed
Mm-hmm.
while I was continuing,
Yeah. You
but
keep pushing through.
exactly. But it was gradual, but I'm grateful because things started to become better. So, first month, did my coaching, my English coaching. I think I had three students and only one person paid. For the two
Mm-hmm.
others, it was completely free. Second month, I think I had like four people and two paid. But after the fifth month, I started to have regular customers and I had too many clients for myself. So I had to coach new coaches.
Yes.
And today, after a year and a half, I have a team of 13 people working for Yep now. Yep,
Awesome.
and Yep is not just teaching English using personal growth method to adults. We have
Yeah.
Yep training for adults, but we also have Yep Junior for kids. We have Yep
Mm-hmm.
translation going on, and we have Yep global events where we're
That's
going.
amazing.
Yeah, and Yep global events is our big event that will happen in November, but we'll talk about this later.
This is amazing. Like your journey really is very inspiring. Like to me, that's amazing. That to be able to see where you started and just to say not giving up. And I'm glad you mentioned about because some people think that run away when you get clients and they will give you with stories. And that's why you said two, only two they were paying. The other one they did not. But again, it's really about the trust, the relationship that you started really believing in them, and then they see what the value that you're giving them, so that's why they start coming, and you see in your fifth month you start really see some regular, and that's why results takes time, guys, and I want you guys to take note, while Coach Tosin, she's sharing really her journey, because that's really how it takes time, but you keep building. You didn't, you didn't give up, and you didn't, even those people came for free, you did not kick them out, as a
Yeah,
coach, because you have bills, you have responsibility, but you just keep providing,
you,
guys. That's
you know,
what you should remember,
yeah.
showing up for your clients and don't give up. Yes, go ahead, Coach Tosin.
Yeah, it's very important that you understand that you can't reap if you don't sow. You have to understand that sowing is
Yes,
very important. Like,
absolutely.
I was like, okay, I had to give this for free, and
Mm-hmm.
I love to give it for free. But also, I knew that this was not going to be this way forever.
No.
And because at first when I created this program, the personal growth part, I gave keys that worked for me. I
Mm-hmm.
knew it was going. There were sometimes I was doubting myself, okay, but I knew that this was something that would change lives, and so it was worth it. And I was like, even if at the end of the day I don't make any money out of this program, at least let it bless some people.
Mm,
Let it help people to
right.
reconsider their life and want to dream big and go somewhere, because those keys worked for me, you know? So it depends also on the reason why, your why. What is your why? Is it just making
Mm-hmm.
a profit, or is it changing life, helping people? When the reason why you're doing stuff is good, it's a different energy. You
That's
can
right, and
handle
it
it in a
inspire
different
you
way.
too. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So before you get into this process, I want to be a big entrepreneur, I want to do this, blah, 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 reconsider, why do I want to do this? Is it only for my own, yes, I can do, or having money, or do you want to change lives? Do you want
That's
to
right.
contribute? If you have that goal behind it, your your life, and there's a kind of strength or force that pushes you and helps you to continue pushing through,
Yeah.
um, although you have difficulties.
Mm-hmm. That is true. So tell us more about your global event so we can be able to know more. And also, another question after that, when you talk about the global event, or actually, we can start with who inspired you? Like I know you talked about your mom, like that you have seen your mom also was a figure that you can be able to be inspired by. Who else inspire you on your journey as an entrepreneur?
Oh, so many people. But there's this woman called Terry Savelle Foy. I don't, do you know her?
I've heard of her. Yeah.
Oh my God. There's a key that I talk about in my program, and this has been a huge key for me.
Mm-hmm.
And she said something like, you don't have to know someone to hang out with that person. I was like, what do you mean? And she said, if you read that person's books, if you watch that person's videos, if you listen to that person's podcast, you're spending time with that person. And the
Mm-hmm.
spirit of that person is also going to contaminate you. So I spent evenings and evenings and days, even while I was cooking, doing stuff in my house, listening and spending time with those mentors of mine, like Terry Savelle. And also I love TJX. And I will listen to a lot of motivational stuff and things like that, and books, audio books. Oh my god, while going to work, in the train or whatever, while working out.
Mhm.
And while you're listening to those things, they're changing you, they're shaping you. As we
That's right.
talked about how important it is for the changes to happen in the inside before we see them on the outside, you know?
Nice. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So that's amazing that you also spend a lot of time, and that's one thing people don't know while you're preparing yourself, and you keep growing as a coach, as an entrepreneur, as a CEO. So it's a lot of work beyond the scene that not a lot of people really know. They just only see the results that you're bringing, but you also have some time for personal growth as a CEO, as an entrepreneur. Before we finish, please, can you tell us more about your global events coming up, and also other services, so people can be able to get to know all of those wonderful services that you do offer, so they can be able to join you as well.
Yes. So I basically help francophone um from all around the globe, because my programs are 100% online. But don't
Mhm.
worry, we don't just have videos. You also have live coaching on live with your coach. And our groups are small. So we have groups going from 3 to 5 people maximum.
Mhm.
So I help English speakers speak professional English, so be able to communicate in English in 3 months. So my programs are intense, but they work. Like if you really want to speak English in three
Mhm.
months, contact us. You could just go on yep/training.com, and you could also call us. We're in France, so it's +33 970 445 448. Or you can email us at hello at yep-training.com. So this is for the English teaching. We have programs for adults and for kids too. But the big event is Alal Exposition.
Yeah.
So, um, we're going to have this big event that will happen from November 25th to November 28th. Is going to be in Istanbul. So this will allow you, if you're an owner of a big or small business and you'd like to promote your product, you could just come, okay, to Istanbul to present your product and to sell and to network to. So we're selling packages. In those packages, you will have everything included except for the plane ticket. You have to pay for the plane ticket by yourself. But going to Istanbul from Europe is really not complicated, and I think for Canada too. So basically, from the moment you get to the airport, the transportation to go to the hotel, to go to the exposition, your food, accommodation, and you're also going to have a place where you could present your different products, and you could show them and sell them too. But let's say you would like to, for instance, create your own brand, or buy and resell clothes, or create your own clothes line, or makeup, or whatever you would want to do. We all know, I don't know if you know that, but for me, because I've been to Istanbul many times, for me Istanbul is like the modern or the new China. Prices are super low, and
Mhm.
the quality is there. So that's where most people go when they want to start their own business here in Europe. So if you want to start some kind of business like that, but you don't know where to start, and you don't want to get involved in a relationship that is not, I mean, if you don't know people and you don't
Mhm.
want, to meet people that are not serious, come to this event, because we'll be helping you to meet the right people you need to meet. And
Mhm.
as a businessman or woman, you need to network. You need to be able to sell your product, meet new people, to kind of
Absolutely.
have new new project, new contract, and stuff like that. So this event is the event you're not supposed to miss, because it's the biggest in Istanbul every year, and that expo is the
Mhm.
biggest exposition over there. And so we sell a pack as I told you, the package that includes everything except for the plane ticket for 1,250 euros. But if you are two, the second person will only pay half the price, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you will share the hotel.
Okay.
We also have a partnership. Like, if you would like, if you're like, I can find a group of 10 people coming over, contact us because we could help you from 10 people that you allow to come to the program. Like, if those clients come and they pay, you could
Mm-hmm.
get a free package just for yourself. So there are a lot of different partnerships that we've put in place. And if you would
Sure.
like to contribute, call us too. It's still the same number, 0970 445 448.
Awesome. Wow. Thank you so much, Coach Tosin. That was amazing. And thank you guys for watching us today. We have our Coach Tosin. She's coming all the way from France. She's talking to us about grand opportunity, but the most important thing she shared with us is her journey, how she started. Now she's running an empire, really. That's she's definitely, and she keeps growing. So I really, really like that. Now, we're gonna give to our francophone community because I already have like 2 DM. I say, what? You guys are not speaking in French, so please, can you just give the announcement for everybody in French so we can be able to, just finishing up with the show, but in French. So, please, Coach Tosin, si tu peux nous parler aussi en français pour nos, notre communauté francophone.
D'accord, donc je parle juste du pack ou je me présente aussi à
Oui,
nouveau?
bien sûr, bien sûr. Yes, je présente aussi.
Alors, bonjour à tous. Je me présente Tosin, je suis d'origine nigériane, mais je vis actuellement en France, donc je suis parfaitement bilingue, je maîtrise les 2 langues. Et j'ai créé un programme qui vous permet de vraiment maîtriser la langue anglaise en 3 mois. Nous utilisons des leçons de motivation, de développement personnel et aussi des cours axés sur l'oral, un coaching qui vous permet vraiment de voir des progrès. Donc, vous avez des vidéos que vous devez regarder avant de venir au coaching. C'est 100% en ligne, donc vous pouvez le suivre de partout le monde, mais on met un accent sur ce côté coaching, c'est-à-dire qu'il y a un coach qui vous guide. Vous regardez les vidéos pour apprendre les notions et vous venez au cours pour pratiquer. Parce que pour moi, la meilleure façon de parler, c'est de parler. Donc,
Yes.
on vous donne les éléments pour pouvoir apprendre à parler dans la vidéo et vous venez pour vraiment pratiquer et donc progresser. Je suis donc, je vous l'ai dit, d'origine nigériane et mon entreprise s'appelle Yep. Yep, c'est Your English Perfected, votre anglais perfectionné, mais c'est aussi Yep, Yep You Can. Oui, c'est possible. On peut partir de n'importe où et atteindre n'importe quel but si on est prêt à mettre le travail qu'il faut, à ne pas abandonner, parce que c'est vrai que c'est très facile d'abandonner, mais ceux qui n'abandonnent pas sont toujours récompensés à cet effet. Donc, Yep Your English Perfected a aujourd'hui 4 branches. On a Yep Training, formation à l'anglais pour adultes, Yep Junior, formation à l'anglais pour les enfants, Yep Translation, qui est en train de se développer, traduction de documents oraux et écrits. On a Yep Global Events, qui organise des voyages linguistiques, mais aussi des événements à portée internationale, d'où le World Halal Summit. Qu'est-ce que c'est? C'est le plus grand salon qui aura lieu en Turquie. Pour beaucoup d'entre vous, peut-être que vous ne le savez pas, mais vraiment, la Turquie est connue comme la nouvelle Chine. Ça veut dire que c'est un endroit où vous allez pour trouver beaucoup de potentielles entreprises ou même usines qui puissent produire à très bas prix. La plupart des gens qui veulent créer une marque de qualité à bas prix vont à Istanbul. Les gens qui veulent créer, que ce soit pour les vêtements, que ce soit pour du make-up ou même pour tout ce qui est immobilier, il y a énormément d'opportunités là-bas. Moi, j'y vais pour Yep, pour pouvoir développer aussi mon business à un niveau international, pas seulement avec les Turcs, parce que World Halal Summit, il y a des gens qui viennent de partout le monde. Donc, c'est une grosse opportunité pour networker, pour vendre, donc accroître son chiffre d'affaires, trouver des opportunités de partenariat et même se former. Nous, ce que nous vous proposons, c'est un pack tout compris, sauf le billet d'avion. Mais de l'Europe, ça coûte vraiment pas cher. Donc, nos packs comprennent tout. À partir du moment où vous arrivez à l'aéroport, on s'occupe du transport jusqu'à l'hôtel, jusqu'au salon. Et de retour aussi, vos 3 repas par jour, un stand d'exposition où vous pourrez exposer vos produits et tout ça. Et notre pack tout compris est à 1 250 €. Mais si vous venez à 2, la deuxième personne paye 50% en moins. Et par contre, vous partagerez la chambre. Il y a aussi une possibilité d'avoir un partenariat. Si vous venez en groupe, on peut, vous me dites combien de personnes, vous nous en informez. Et on a aussi des partenariats qui vous permettront de pouvoir avoir encore plus de réduction. Il faut savoir que la date est courte parce que ça aura lieu du 24 novembre. Enfin, vous arrivez le 24, mais le salon a lieu du 25 au 28. Donc, ne tardez plus. Contactez-nous au 09 70 445 448. Vous pouvez aussi nous écrire ou aller sur notre page web, ok, qui est yeptraining.com. Je suis aussi sur Instagram. Vous mettez Tosin-ADD. Vous allez me trouver et je serai ravie de pouvoir échanger avec vous. Donc, je pense vraiment que cet événement en Turquie est une opportunité à ne pas manquer. Vraiment.
En tout cas, merci beaucoup, Coach Tosin. Si vous avez des questions, n'hésitez pas. Il faut directement contacter Coach Tosin ou bien me contacter directement. On va vous connecter avec Coach Tosin. Comme ça, vous allez venir au sommet parce que c'est vraiment important. Et puis, aussi pour le coaching, pour YAP, et puis, si vous voulez plus d'informations. So, thank you, guys. It was amazing that, I really appreciate Coach Tosin. See you. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you again for having me.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you.
Bye.